Hey everyone, it's Jake here and welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. And in today's video we're going to be going over Venomoth in the Jungle Cup meta, guys. So to start this video off, I want to say if you're new here, please don't forget to leave a subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment down below of what you think of Venomoth in the Jungle Cup. And tell me why you like Venomoth and who you usually try to match up Venomoth with against your opponent. And also, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, guys, I'm going to be live streaming on here on YouTube and also on twitch.tv, which is a live streaming platform and service that you can create an account on for free and you can watch from anywhere on your phone, tablet, computer, whatever. And if you guys would like, please drop me a follow on that. I will be live streaming on there in the meantime until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, just be sure to check that out. I'll leave the link on screen for you guys right now. My Twitch is twitch.tv/theycallmejake. So yeah, if you guys want to go follow it, you can create an account. It's very simple. Just sign up with an email or whatever. And then yeah, hit that follow button on there and hit the bell that's right to the right of the follow button to be notified whenever I go live on there. And yeah, we're gonna be doing some future live streaming like battles, and I might even do team reviews to help people out with building team compositions and all that jazz. So I appreciate you guys for following my Twitch and for subscribing to my YouTube. So with that done and dusted, let's move on to the Venomoth versus the Jungle Cup top 22 meta Pokemon. So to start this off, Venomoth, you want to run Confusion, Silverwind, and Poison Fang. And Poison Fang is a legacy moveset, so if you do not have it, that is okay, but there are going to be certain matchups that are affected because of not having that shield bait potential with Poison Fang. And for example, one of those is Vigoroth. So with Poison Fang and Silverwind against Vigoroth, you do win in the 2 shields. Without Poison Fang though, you actually do just barely lose to Vigoroth in 2 shields. So that's why having Poison Fang is essential to Venomoth in this cup. I do not have Poison Fang, so that's unfortunate for me, but I am going to try asking around for one. So let's get into these top 22. So here we have pvpoke.com. Huge shout out to the creator, Kakuna Matata. You can find him on Twitter at Kakuna Matata, I believe. But yeah, we got Beedrill, Breloom, Cradily, Fortress, Alolan Golem, Alolan Graveler, Heracross, Ivysaur, Lantern, Magneton, Magnezone, Masquerain, Noctowl, Pidgeot, Raichu, Caesar, Scyther, Venomoth, Venusaur, Vespiquen, Victreebel, and Vigoroth. That is definitely an accurate representation of the top 22. I would say minus Cradily. Cradily seems like more of an off meta pick now, but yeah. So in the 0 shield each scenario, as you can see, Venomoth wins 10 matchups, loses 10 matchups, and draws 2 matchups. And that is with Poison Fang. So yeah, very interesting there. And you will want to be using Venomoth, guys, for a wall to the grass types and to a few of the other bug types. So things like Beedrill and Heracross, Venomoth will destroy because they are both very weak to the psychic hard-hitting Confusion. As they are both, well, Beedrill is part poison, which means Confusions will hit hard, but Heracross is 2 times weak to Confusion. Excuse me, guys, it's going to be just regular super effective, I believe. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Confusion will be super effective just times 2 to Beedrill and Heracross. And then obviously it walls Victreebel, walls Ivysaur. It will beat down Cradily just because of the fact that it takes a longer time to get to Stone Edge, and that Grass Knot will be 2 times resisted by Venomoth. As you can see, it does come out on top overall in the battle ratings against Vigoroth. Same thing with Vespiquen and Lantern. It does tie with Magnezone, which is very interesting, as well as the mirror. It will lose to Raichu with that Brick Break. I assume for the Shield Bait potential, but I think even with Thunder Punch, you'll be fine. Now it is taking super effective damage from those flying type moves. So Noctowl, Pidgeot, Scyther, Masquerain will all be doing super effective damage all across the board. Some other bug types that beat it are Fortress, Scyther, Scizor, Masquerain, because of the fact that they have access to flying type moves. And Venomoth isn't the tankiest Pokemon for sure. And then it also loses to Magneton because it will be resisting those confusions. Same thing goes for Fortress and the other bug types like Scyther, Scizor, Masquerain. Well, I take that back. It won't be resisting confusion, the other bug types, but because they have those flying type moves, it will be dealing super effective damage. But in the case of Magneton and Fortress, those are resisting confusions because they're both steel type. Part steel, I should say. And then same thing with Alolan Golem and Alolan Graveler. You know, rock type moves will completely shut down Venomoth, so you definitely want to watch out for the Rock Boys, for the Electrics, and for the other Flyers. So yeah, those are the things that you want to keep away from Venomoth. But if you can lock up Venomoth against Vigoroth, Vespiquen, or any of the part poison or part fighting types like Heracross, Beedrill, and the other grasses, then you'll be in a super positive matchup versus them, and that is a complete hard wall. So now with no shields done, we're gonna wrap this up here real soon. In the one shield each scenario, Venomoth wins 8 matchups, loses 11, and draws 3. Now this is a negative because Venomoth is clearly for a certain role, guys, and that is to, like I said a little earlier, to wall the grass types, as it's taking 2 times resisted damage from grass moves because of its poison and bug typing, as well as taking 2 times reduced damage from fighting coming from that Heracross and from that Breloom. Now these matchups are pretty much the same. You do see it does lose to Magnezone this time, and it also does lose to Vespiquen because of a powerful shield bait from X-Scissor, and because of that Vespiquen knowing Power Gem. So those ratings are pretty standard there. And then we work our way into 2 shields, which I think is the strongest. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as no shields. It wins 10 matchups, loses 10, and draws 2. Again, this is its main role, guys. You want to get it against Vigoroth or the grass / bug / fighting type Pokemon in this meta. So you kind of get a 2-in-1 package here, guys. You get to beat Vigoroth, and you also get to beat the main counter to Vigoroth. So that is why Venomoth is so useful in this cup, guys. It's like a 2-in-1 package. Not only can you beat the King of the Jungle, you can also beat the hardest counter to the King of the Jungle. So yeah, that is the main selling point for Venomoth. And again, you do need that Poison Fang if you want to beat Vigoroth in the majority of the shielding scenarios. So keep that in mind. Try to get yourself one. And with all this done and dusted for the battle simulations, and at least for the overall win rate of Venomoth versus the majority of the meta, let's move into the spotlight battles using Venomoth. Alright guys, so jumping in this first battle here with Venomoth, we're going to be going up against the fellow battler, JayDevin. And we open Vigoroth and he opens Scyther. So this is his first time using Scyther against me, I believe. And right off the bat, we notice it's running Air Slash. So we're thinking. But we decide, you know what, we might as well stay in with Vigoroth, even though this is a losing matchup. Let's try to get some shields, but he decides to swap out in his own Vigoroth. Now this is where Venomoth comes in. But because it took me a second to switch out, obviously I needed to see the Pokemon and think about it. He gets 2 body slams off immediately. Now that means we do have to use a shield there to block that. But as you can see, that Silverwind just does a really nice chunk from that Vigoroth. And right there is a prime example of Venomoth's role in this cup. It took down the Vigoroth with not much trouble. I mean, again though, Vigoroth's body slams do a nice chunk of damage, and Venomoth is definitely not the tankiest in this meta, but it can withstand 2 body slams from full HP. But you definitely want to watch out. So his last Pokemon is that Golem, and we're gonna go in for the cheeky Hydro Pump to try to see if he shields, and he doesn't shield. So maybe he thought it was gonna be Thunderbolt, but in that scenario, Thunderbolt would do a nice chunk of damage, but it wouldn't KO. But I mean, either way, if I was JayDevin there, I definitely would have shielded. Obviously, it's his last Pokemon. You have to try to keep it alive, but we hit him with the surprise Hydro Pump, and we take game number 1. So let's jump into game number 2 against JayDevin. Alright, so in this game, guys, we're going to be opening Venomoth, and this is definitely a strong lead in this cup because I know lots of people like to lead with Vigoroth, and look at that. Pure example right there. And you guys are going to watch Venomoth go to town on this, but he does make a great switch into that Alolan Golem. We're going to hit it with the Silverwind, but look at that. It's still, even though it's neutral, it still does a nice chunk of damage to that Alolan Golem. So again, it forced the switch out, and it did a nice chunk so that our Vigoroth could come in and pretty much just farm energy. And now he decides to bring in that Heracross, which again is another great matchup for Venomoth, because those confusions are going to be doing so much damage to this Heracross. And you guys can probably guess what I'm going to bring in now. It is the Venomoth. And look at these confusions, guys. That is a lot of damage. And we have the shield advantage. So we're going to use Venomoth with a shield there, and then we're going to switch into our Lantern. Now, in the moment, I probably shouldn't have switched because I wanted to just show off the pure power of Venomoth, but we wanted to play it safe here. We didn't want to give him any avenue to potentially somehow come back. And we did charge up enough energy to use this Thunderbolt on this Heracross. He will finish us off, but that's okay. We still have 1 shield remaining. And Venomoth can't tank any of these charge moves. It is resisting Bug, and it is double resisting Fighting and Grass. So we take game number 2 from JayDevin. And shout out to him. I'll leave his channel link down below. He is an amazing battler with a sense of humor, and he has the edits. He is a fantastic editor, a fantastic battler, and overall a great YouTuber that I highly recommend. So I'll leave a link down below in the pinned comment and the description for you guys to go check him out. Please do. I would really appreciate it if you did. Yeah, let's jump into the next game. So in this next game, guys, we're going to be swapping the leads here. We're going to put Venomoth in the back and then Vigoroth in the front. And he decides to go in with Victory Bell. So this would have been a prime spot for Venomoth, because as I said, it's double resistant that grass. And since most of these grasses are part poison, those confusions will be hitting very hard. But this is definitely a losing matchup for Vig. So we're going to decide to shield here and then switch into our Venomoth. Now, as you can see, if he's not fast with switching there, he could have potentially been KO'd. Now, he brings in Scyther, guys, which is one of the hardest counters to our Venomoth, as you can see. Silverwind will be dealing not very effective damage, and pretty much all of its quick moves will deal super crazy amounts of damage to it. So, yeah, if you're using Venomoth, be sure to watch out for this guy, Scyther. Yeah, we're going to come in here with Lantern to charge as much energy as we can, or well, not charge, farm as much energy as we can from this Scyther, and just take that spam to the face. And let's see what he decides to bring in now, and it's gonna be that Victory Bell. So we're gonna swap immediately into our Vigoroth in case he has a flyer in the back, and he does, guys. So that was a worthwhile switch for us. Oh, but we have so low HP. I don't know if we can do this. So we hit him with the Thunderbolt, and we almost are at another Thunderbolt. So we have to shield this, obviously. And guys, this is so crazy. Look at how close we are to dying. One more wing attack and we would have been dead. We get off that clutch Thunderbolt to feint the Noctowl with about 1 HP remaining. What a close game against JayDevin there. That was absolutely insane. So GG's and well played, my guy. I appreciate the battles as always. And let's jump right into the next game. So guys, getting into this next game here, we're going to lead Noctowl and he leads Vigoroth. So this is a losing matchup for us. I maybe thought he would switch up his leads again and go maybe a Scyther, but he decided not to. So we're going to forego shields here and hit him with a Sky Attack to see what he does. I expect a shield here and he does shield. So that is pretty good for us. That means I think we're going to shield here. Yes, we are. We are going to shield because we want to get that next Sky Attack off, which we do get. And he decides to not shield. So that is actually pretty okay for us, because we can farm this Vigoroth a tad with whatever we want to bring in next. And I think we bring in Venomoth here. No, we bring in Lantern. Lantern just is a lot more tanky than Venomoth, and he's gonna bring in that Victory Bell. So I was really expecting that, and he was really expecting the switch. So well played by JayDevin there. We experienced a little bit of lag, but yeah, this is gonna be a losing matchup anyways. He decides to not shield that, so we are going to spend our shield here to try to potentially take out that that Victory Bell, but as soon as it comes out, guys, it kills us. So that's pretty insane, and he still has that shield left. So very smart and safe plays by JayDevin here, and he's able to feint down our Lantern. It's not like it would have mattered. He still had a shield. That was GG. So I hope you guys are learning so far about Venomoth's good matchups and also its losing matchups. I want to show you guys a bit of everything here, so you guys can kind of get a feel for running this beast, this Mothman here. Just be aware, Confusion is very slow and it hits hard. So you have to be very, very patient and just let the animation play out if you want to switch out. Alright guys, so jumping in this next game here, we are going to be switching our lineup a little bit. We're going to be dropping Vigoroth and putting in Fortress, because we've noticed he's running a lot of things to counter my Venomoth. So we actually come out with a great lead and we force him to switch into his Victory Bell. So there we go. We have the hardest wall there is pretty much to Victory Bell, and that is Fortress. Now he's going to hit us with the Acid Spray, which means these Razor Leafs are going to chunk us down faster than normal. And he gets off one more, so I'm going to assume this is a Leaf Blade and we shield, because I don't want to risk losing my switch advantage, which we now have, because we know we can Rock Tomb a Flyer if it comes in, and look what it is, it's a Flyer. So we get that shield right back, and we're going to either force another one here or do a nice chunk of damage to that Noctowl, and he decides to unshield it, or to not shield it. And now we have that Lantern, guys. So we are going to come in with the Lantern here. We expect him to switch out, but he decides to use his energy here, so that is perfectly fine. And we predict the Psychic, so that's a good shield on us, but he does have one shield remaining still. So now we have to go for the farm. We have to force that last shield and potentially get 2 Thunderbolts off here. And as you guys know, it is that Golem. So we are going to farm it a little bit. We're going to use another Thunderbolt, and then we're going to actually switch here. We thought he would have been to a Rock Blast, so we wanted to sacrifice our Venomoth, but he decides to not use it until just now. But it's too late. Lantern comes back in and finishes that Alolan Golem off with a Water Gun. So yet again, another great game. Venomoth was kind of a sacrificial swap there. I wanted him to use his energy, but it seemed like he wanted to farm me up. But that's okay. Let's jump into the next game against JayDevin. Actually, no, never mind. Alright guys, that's it for those games against JayDevin. I really hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you learned what scenarios Venomoth is good in and what scenarios he is not so good in. So yeah, his main kryptonite is again those Flyers and those Rock Boys that are Graveler and Golem, as well as the Flyers like Scyther, Noctowl, Pidgeot, Masquerain with flying moves, and what else is there? Pretty much anything with flying moves will easily handle this moth that is Venomoth. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please again drop a subscribe to JayDevin. He is a fantastic content creator, and he definitely won't let you down when it comes to his content. He is doing live streams now on weekends, so be sure to tune into those if you haven't yet. I definitely recommend it. So that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this spotlight of Venomoth, and I hope you learned a bunch about it. And yeah, try it out for yourself and tell me in the comments below what you like about it or what you don't like about it. And yeah, just tell me how you feel about Venomoth and the other bug types in this meta. So thank you all for watching. Again, if you haven't, follow me on Twitch, guys. Twitch.tv/TheyCallMeJake for upcoming live streams. I would really appreciate it. Twitch is overall just the better streaming platform over YouTube. But we will be doing some YouTube streams too. I mean, yeah. I don't want to keep you guys up for too much longer. We've already been in here for 23 minutes. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop that subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below what you like about Venomoth or dislike. And until the next video, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.